Removing the backhoe for a Branson 2205. So here what we're going to do first is we're going to actually turn on the tractor, which will open up the hydraulics for us to be able to take off the backhoe. You can see the attachments for the transport. You have these buckles here that you'll want to take off for the downriggers. The reason why we take those off is because you can have these knuckles there and you don't want to bust those knuckles off. So we'll take them off on both sides. Right here you'll have your John Deere controls. There's 4 different levers here. These will control your downriggers. The taller ones you'll see will actually control the boom of the tractor from being able to extend it out and do your digging, to be able to even turning the boom at 180 degrees. Back here you'll see the hydraulic lines. This backhoe in particular is hydraulic powered, which makes it really easy to take on and off. So what we're doing here is we're just going to put the downriggers down, because this is what will allow us to take the pressure off the rear pins. Some of the safest ways to take off the backhoe is you're going to want it to be at 3 points. So we have both the downriggers down. We're also going to have the boom or the backhoe bucket extended out and down. It gives it a really nice stable area to be able to take it off. You see right here, here are the pins for the rear to hold in the backhoe. We're going to want to be able to take those off. And so in order to do that, we have to have everything extended out, and we're going to just lift up ever so slightly to take the pressure off that pin. You can see I've been playing with the boom here and the controls, because you just need to get the pressure off just so slightly. One point to remember also is taking off the backhoe is a lot easier if you're on a level ground. It makes it that much easier. You can see how that pin just slides right out. And we're going to do the same on the other side here. And now that we have those pins out and safely away from the tractor, what we're going to do now is we're just going to push down on the downriggers using your hydraulics. Let your hydraulics do all the work. We're just trying to uncradle it right there. It's super simple. So when you're pressing on your downriggers, it's going to pick that rear up, and you just need to pick it up just enough to where you're uncradled and unpinned, and now it's safe for you to move forward. Why we want to move forward just ever so slightly? You want to move forward anywhere from 6 inches to a foot, just to get enough room back there so you can disconnect your hydraulics. Now it's very important to note that you'll want the tractor to be off at this point when disconnecting your hydraulics and all the pressure is away from those quick couplers. And now it's just a point of making sure that you complete the circuit or complete the flow for your hydraulics. And how you're going to do that is you have a male to a female end with quick disconnect couplers back here. You're just going to disconnect the couplers and then reconnect from the tractor here. You'll notice that there's a male and a female. They plug right into each other that extend out from the tractor. And that allows you to complete the flow of hydraulics so you're not deadheading your pumps or causing any damage. And now what we're going to do is we're going to actually reattach the backhoe. And so now that your hydraulic lines are all hooked back up and everything's looking good, what we're going to do now is actually back the tractor back up so we can recradle and repin in the tractor. And you're just going to want to back up very slowly. This isn't a race. You want it to connect in just right. Another nice feature with this Branson 2205 is your 3-point hitch actually stays on, and you can see how those arms down there are actually tucked out of the way. Makes it really nice when you disconnect the backhoe to be able to have that accessibility right away so you can hook up your implements. So as you can see where that cradle just hits right there. You're snug. Now what we're going to do is we're going to actually pick up those downriggers, again letting your hydraulics do all the work. And you're just going to, with picking up your downriggers, it's actually going to lower that rear end right there so I can be able to cradle that back in the cradle. And you can see as it just slides right down into there. The nice thing is you may have to play with the angles a little bit and with the hydraulics to just get that pin to line right up. As I'm playing with it, you'll notice that it will just slide right in. And once it's in, it slides right in. You can see it moving around. And you're just going to rotate that so I can slide the safety pin in. And and that just keeps that from having that pin fall out, and you're just going to repeat the process like you'll see over here. So then once that's all pinned in, what we'll want to do here is we're actually going to just pick everything up. So again, letting your hydraulics do all the work. We're all pinned in, we're all cradled, your hydraulic lines are hooked up. What we're going to do now is just pick up your downriggers. We're also going to pick up the backhoe boom, and you can see here it's just going to pick it right up. But right now you're all ready to rock and roll.